In today's Hello Dave, Frontier announces information about the upcoming Phase 4 of the Odyssey Alpha and then changes their mind. They also announce a launch day for the Odyssey update on PC, and Frontier requests hardware information. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hello Dave with Astronomy. Let's dive into Hello Dave and let's see what's been going on in the league in the past week. And we're going to start with the most pressing thing, which is the Phase 4 of the Odyssey Alpha, which is due to start here very, very soon. It's been a bit of a mess of decisions and then announcements and then changes to those announcements and dates that have been shuffled around. So I tried to kind of structure it down and let's take it in chronological order, what's going to happen, when and why. Phase 4 of the Alpha is of course where we get access to our main commander. I should then stress here that everything you do on the Alpha test will not have any effect on the live game. So it's a branch, right? It splits off from the main server and everything you do on Alpha does not affect the live server and vice versa. The snapshot that Frontier is going to be copying over to the Alpha server was actually taken already on the 23rd, which would be Friday last week. Now, initially they said they would only give you access to your active ship, and that means that whatever ship you were flying on Friday night would be the one that they would be taking over to the Alpha test. However, there was a lot of players who thought, why is that? And I myself thought that is really weird. Why are you only taking a subset over? I mean, you could argue, is this like a time thing or is it a money thing? I don't know. But again, remember all these people here have paid money for it. So I thought it was really weird. But after all the player feedback, Frontier's now decided to take all ships over, while we are still restricted to a relatively small area of space. So we're not going to get access to the full galaxy yet. What they will do is they will allow us to ship transfer ships into the area we're in. And that also means the Alpha server will have reduced ship transfer time and ship cost. This is of course not a change that's going to carry over to the live server. This is just to allow people to faster and easier get their money in, or get their ships in, I should say, to the Alpha test. So they can fly around with all the ships you have, with all the engineered modules and all that stuff. So you can really try everything you have. I still believe you will not have access to as carriers. I'm not sure if that got changed as well with the ship updates, but I don't think that it did, as far as I've been able to catch up on it again. So it seems that we're not going to have access to carriers. They will not be on the Alpha server. You can, however, go and buy a new fleet carrier on the Alpha server. Again, I don't understand why this is necessary, but apparently it is. Carriers, if you want to have a carrier, you have to make sure, well, it's too late now, but you will have to have the 5 building credits on your account last Friday, so you can go and buy yourself a new fleet carrier doing the Phase 4 of the Alpha if you want to try that out. I, of course, make sure I have plenty of credits, so I'm going to buy myself a fleet carrier on the test just to see if there's anything new with them, or if we can have like a station interior-ish kind of thing on them, something like that. Now, in preparation for Phase 4, the Alpha servers will be taken down today, Monday. Actually, when this video goes live, it will most likely already have happened. When I'm recording this Sunday evening, it haven't happened yet, but Monday they're planning to take the servers down just very, very briefly, as they're applying this update and prepare moving over the snapshot, and then you will be able to play again later in the day, and then Wednesday the 28th, that's in 2 days when this video is live, you will then get access to the Phase 4. So Phase 4 starts on Wednesday. They then decided to let it run until the 5th of May, that is 1 week. They extended it again due to player feedback, so Frontier's been, again, they will listen to the feedback you guys have given. And I'm actually not sure what the original extent of the Alpha was, but they extended it out until the 5th of May. So that means we're going to have a full week in Phase 4 where we can go and we can test with all our ships, though still in a small allocated bubble of space. So just to quickly summarize, the important dates you need to remember here is that Wednesday the 28th, where Phase 4 goes live, and you have Wednesday the 5th, where the Phase 4 goes down. The next important date you need to remember is the release day of Odyssey Alpha. This has been announced to be May 19th, which is only 2 weeks after the Phase 4 has ended. There's a very, very short period. I thought it would be much longer, but there's a very short period of time there in between where Frontier had the time to fix the final box. That tells me that Frontier is pretty confident in where Odyssey is right now. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't go out already now. They're doing the last compatibility testing here in Phase 4, and then we're good to go. So from May 19th going forward, we can now get access to the full galaxy and play around with that, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. Now, for those of you playing on PC, you might have noticed last week that the launcher all of a sudden came up with a little pop-up message asking you if you wanted to send hardware information. Now, I of course would assume that this means they are going to be collecting statistics on what kind of hardware people are using to play Elite. Now, this kind of worries me a little bit because I'm pretty sure this has to do with the optimization they're doing for Odyssey. And they have previously stated that you're not going to see any performance degradation if you get Odyssey. But the fact that they're now collecting hardware information, I don't know if that means that they are maybe not 100% sure and they want to know if they do have a performance degradation, how many players are they going to affect? How many players are effectively not going to be able to play Odyssey if they increase the requirements to play the game compared to Horizon? Now, I don't know if this is true, of course, but I will, of course, be sure to test this once Odyssey is fully released. Now, you might have seen that I published a video where I compared the performance of the alpha test compared to the live game. And I, of course, did that both to have the numbers so I could compare them to when the game actually launches, but also to kind of put people's mind at ease, because there was a lot of people I could see in the comment section who were quite concerned about the performance they were seeing. They were feeling, is it only them? Is it their PC that's just not up to spec? So me posting that, look at this, regardless of relatively strong hardware, you're still going to see poor performance. It's an alpha. This is to be expected. That's completely fine. It's completely normal. That happens in every single game. So that's fine that you see poor performance doing an alpha, but it was both I want to show people that yes, you will see poor performance. Everybody does that. Don't worry. But mainly actually to collect those information so that when it goes live, we can go back, we can test it, we can do side-by-side comparisons, and we can see if, in fact, we are going to see similar performances in Odyssey as we did in Horizons. And that's just live stream with live streams in plural, because there will be 2 this week. I'll have my usual live stream Tuesday, same time as usual. I will not be going into the alpha. I kind of got out of phase 3 what I wanted, tested what I really wanted to do. The only thing that I really wanted to know but haven't really spent the time on was to like look at the different upgrade levels for the suits and weapons to see how much their stats increases, that kind of thing. But since there would be a lot of grinding and it's all going to be raised the day after, I kind of feel like that would be a little pointless, and the numbers may change for the live build anyway. So I don't feel like spending the time doing that. So I'm going to be going into the live server. Exactly what I'll be doing on the live server, I'm not 100% sure. I've thought about going out, looking into Rubigo again, because there's been a few changes since last time I looked at it a few years ago. Alternatively, maybe go and do some mining, run some missions for TerraX. There's multiple options for what I can do. So I'll see what I feel like tomorrow, but it will be like a normal live stream. We're going to be playing on the live servers, and I'm going to find something that I think is going to be fun and interesting for a live stream. I will also be live streaming Phase 4, and I will not be live streaming on Wednesday, however, because I'm not available. I have other plans Wednesday evening. That means I will be live streaming on Thursday instead, where I will be going into Phase 4. It means I will be a day late for it. Yeah, so is it. But that just means if you guys have seen some of it already, well, you can come along and you can help me speed the things up a little bit so we get to the interesting stuff faster. Plans for this live stream will be checking out fleet carriers, go and take a look at some of the ship models. That's the thing that I think is most interesting. Like go and take a look at the big, massive ships, cutters, anacondas, corvettes, those kind of things. See what they look like from an on-foot perspective. That's really one of the things I'm most excited about. And basically just go around, have a tour, take a look at the fleet carriers, that kind of thing. But both live streams will, of course, be live streamed on YouTube and on Twitch, as usual. And they will be at 7 o'clock in-game time, as always. That's going to be it for this week. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give a like, subscribe. And until next time, I will see you guys in space.